Welcome to EdBazaar, the marketplace for digital education content. In this video, we'll see how you as a vendor can create tests. Tests could include various kinds of questions, for instance, multiple choice questions, true or false questions, match the following kind of questions, or even open-ended kind of questions. The first step is to log into your vendor account. So you'd go to edbazaar.com/store/admin, which gets you to this login page where you'd enter your username and password and click login, and that gets you to your vendor dashboard. Here you'd click the Add Contents tab, and you'll see all the Add content that you already have. In this case, this first content is already enabled, meaning it's available for sale, and you also have one content that's under creation. It hasn't yet been published. What we'll do is we'll create a new Add content to demonstrate creating tests. So to create a new Add content, we'd click the Create New Add Content using the editor. And let's say I call this Alphabet Tests, and 2 tests on the English alphabet. So language English. And let's say I price it at 25 cents. And then I click continue. That gets me to the course homepage. So you'll see this is the course homepage here, and we don't have any tests yet, because if we had any tests, that would show up under the course home. So you'll see there's 3 primary ways of creating content. One is to actually create the content here, and the second category is to create tests, and this third category is to create content when you already have content in terms of, let's say, a PDF file or a Word file or a video file and so on. So what we'll focus on in this video is how to create tests. So we focus on this series of 3 steps here. So the first thing to do is to create questions, and in order to do that, we'd first need to click on manage, and you can see the manage here. We click on manage, then click on tests and surveys, and then question bank. So we click on manage, tests and surveys, question bank. So once I do that, you can see I can also create question categories. If you wanted to have various questions, you could categorize them into different question categories. But for now, I'll just leave it at one question category, so I wouldn't create additional question categories. So to create questions, you can see that there are various kinds of questions that can be created. Likert, which is essentially a range of answers, so there's no one correct or wrong answer. And then you've got graphical matching, simple matching, multiple answers, multiple choice, open-ended questions, ordering, and then true or false. And we'll quickly demonstrate each of these different kinds of questions. So let's start with Likert, and I'm going to click create. So you've got different kinds of Likert scales: always, never, or it can range from, the answer can range from excellent to very poor, strongly agree to strongly disagree, very important to unimportant. So let's say we choose very important to unimportant, and my question is learning alphabets important? The answers could be very important, somewhat important, not really important, not at all important. So let's say I have these, and then I click save, and when I scroll down, you'll see I have my first question here: is learning alphabets important? So in order to see what this looks like for a person taking that particular question, you click on preview, and this is how they'll see it: is learning alphabets important? And they could pick one of these four choices or leave it blank. If I go back, and let's see how we can create graphical matching questions. I click on create, so my instructions here could be match the following by dragging and dropping. So I have various questions that I have on one side, and then you can see there are various answers we'll have on the other side, and we need to essentially match these questions and answers. So I'll have 4 questions in this particular case, and let's have these questions as the order of various alphabets, which is the first alphabet, the second alphabet, fifth alphabet, let's say last alphabet. So those are my 4 questions, and I randomize the answers. So the first alphabet we know is A, which I'm giving as answer B. The second alphabet is B. The fifth alphabet is E, and the last alphabet is Z. So which is the first alphabet? Since the answer is A, and A is in choice B here, which is the first alphabet, this would be choice B. The second alphabet, which we entered as choice C, so the second alphabet is choice C. The fifth alphabet we entered as choice A, and the last alphabet we entered as choice D. So once we have this, scroll to the bottom, and you can provide optional feedback. In this case, this is the feedback to present to students after they've correctly answered each question. So you could say good job, and this is the feedback in case I got the answer wrong. Oops. Check the order again, and then we click save. And now if we scroll down to the bottom, we can see this question: match the following by dragging and dropping. And let's see what it looks like when you preview it. This is what the question looks like. Which is the first alphabet, second alphabet, fifth alphabet, and last alphabet? And our choices are E, A, B, and Z. So the first alphabet is the letter A. So I drag it and drop it here. Second alphabet is the letter B. So I drag it and drop it here. Fifth alphabet, let's say I get this wrong. And the last alphabet, let's say I get that wrong as well. So this is how a user would potentially answer this, by clicking and dragging and dropping. When I go back, now let's create a simple matching instead of a graphical matching. Click on create. And again, I have similar instructions. State the order of alphabets. Let's say we do something similar. First alphabet, second alphabet, third alphabet. And if I scroll down, let's say I just give it in the reverse order: A, B, and C. And then I go up. First alphabet, choice was choice C. Second alphabet, the choice was choice B. Third alphabet, the choice was choice A. Once we do that, we can provide optional feedback, and then we click save. Again, scrolling down, we can see the question that we just entered: state the order of alphabets. To see what the preview looks like, this is what the question would look like to a person taking this question. State the order of alphabets: first alphabet, second alphabet, third alphabet. And the choices are C, B, and A. So the first alphabet we know is letter A, which is choice C. Second alphabet is the letter B, which is choice B. Third alphabet is letter C, which is choice A. So this is how a user would answer this particular question. Again, going back, going to multiple answer, click create. So this is a question that can have one or more correct answers. So which of the following are vowels? So let's say the choices are A, B, C, D, and E. So we know the correct answers are: A is a vowel, B is not a vowel, C is not a vowel, D is not a vowel, and E is a vowel. Once we've done that, we scroll down, we can provide optional feedback, and then we click save. Again, looking at the preview for that particular question: which of the following are vowels? When we preview it, this is what it would look like: which of the following are vowels? And you can select one or more. So in this case, let's say the user answers A, D, and E as vowels. He can select multiple choices in this manner. Going back, we just saw multiple answer. Let's click on multiple choice and create a multiple choice question. Let's say which of the following is a vowel. A multiple choice question, you have multiple choices and only one correct answer. In the multiple answer question, you could have one or more correct answers. So in this case, you just need to have one correct answer. So let's say the choices are A, B, C, and D, and we know the correct answer is only A is a vowel, and that's selected here already. Scrolling down, you can enter optional feedback, and then you click save. And if I scroll down, which of the following is a vowel, I do a preview. This is how the user would see the question. So the user can only pick one choice. So you'll see when he picks another choice, the previous choice goes away. So there's only one correct answer in this case. Going back, you can also have an open-ended question. For instance, the question could be describe vowels in a paragraph. Let's say select short paragraph. You could provide optional feedback, and it's good to provide optional feedback in this case since there's no correct answer. So the optional feedback could be good job, vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and you could enter something similar here as well. The rest of the alphabets, consonants. Click on save, and in this case, describe vowels in a paragraph. When you preview it, this is how the question would appear to the user. It's open-ended. The user can type anything that he or she wishes to enter here in this paragraph. Vowels are the letters A, E, I, O, and U. There are 5 vowels, and the rest of the alphabets are consonants. So going back, let's look at an ordering kind of a question. So we create an ordering kind of a question. So order these alphabets in, let's call them ascending order. So let's say the alphabets are A, B, E, and F. So these are in ascending order. A is the first alphabet, B is the next alphabet, E is the fifth, and F is the sixth. So you give them in ascending order, and then you click save. And in this case, when you do a preview, when you scroll down and do a preview, state the order of alphabets, order these alphabets in ascending order, which was a question that we just created. When we look at the preview, what it does is it randomizes the choice. What you entered was already in ascending order, but now it's been randomized. So the user taking the question would need to order these in ascending order. So A is the first, B is the next one, E is the third one, and F is the fourth one in that order. So this is how the user would answer it correctly. Clicking on back. We can also look at true or false kind of questions. Clicking on create. Is the alphabet Y a vowel? So if you wanted to format this particular question, you could do that with the editor as well. So if I go to the editor, you can see you can format. So let's say I want to make this bold and italicized, and then I paste that. So you'll see is the alphabet, and the letter Y is now made bold and italicized, and you say is that a vowel? And the answer of course is false, because Y is not a vowel. And you'd say the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Click on save. Scrolling down, see the question is alphabet Y a vowel. So the preview would look like this: as alphabet Y a vowel. You can see the bold and the italicized letter Y, and then the user would either click true or false. So these are the various kinds of questions, and now you've got a question bank. You can continue creating several questions within your question bank. So the next step in creating a test is you want to create a test now. So I'm clicking on course home one more time. So what we've done is this first step, we've created questions. Now we use these questions to create a test. So in order to do that, we would need to go to this next step, which we will see in a later video. Thank you again for listening to this video on how to create various kinds of questions, and in a subsequent video we'll show you how to use these questions to create tests. Thanks for listening to this EdBazaar video.